and welcome. My name is Tori. I am a teen author and entrepreneur of the book Power of Words for Teens. So today's topic is on how to deal with haters. I have this little habit or spark. It's this little spark of defiance, and it's the little rebel side of me that sparks up when someone tells me I can't do something. And it's gotten me in a bit of trouble, like when I was little, for a few things, but thankfully, as I've grown, I've sort of matured and figured out when to use that and when to ignore it. When people tell me things like, oh, you'll never make it, you don't know what you're doing, you can't reach that dream or goal because you're not good enough or you're too small, my immediate reaction is to go, oh yeah? Watch me. See, I have no problem believing in myself and believing I can do anything I set my mind to. Most of that is because I know that if it's what God has for me to do, if it's in God's plan for me, then I know that nothing here on earth, nothing in heaven, and nothing in hell is going to be able to stand in my way, because if God's on my side, then I can do anything. The other part of that is that I know I'm willing to sort of do whatever it takes to reach God's plan, and within moral boundaries, obviously, and do, what is necessary, take the action, and I know that, God rewards action when you take it, so there's really nothing that will be able to stop me. That's one of the reasons why I go, oh yeah, watch me. Another thing is that if you are going to be known, if you want to be someone like a successful entrepreneur, author, or influencer in any way, at some point you are going to have haters. So you are going to have people tell you that you can't make it or that you never will make it. They'll try to make you believe that you are small and make you feel like you're too small to do anything. But here's the thing. You don't have to listen to them. In fact, you can make it your mission to prove them wrong. Haters all seem to have this mission and goal to make you feel tiny, to discourage you, and have you give up on your dreams. But you can use their hate as fuel. Take that little spark inside you that says, oh yeah? Watch me. You really think I can't do it? Because I know I can. Honestly, there is so much irony in turning someone's comment that was supposed to be hateful and meant to discourage you into things that make you work that much harder, make you push that much more, make you use your God-given talents for that much more good. Look, we all know for a fact that other people are watching us. They want to see what you do. And there are people who are both cheering us on and trying to break us down and keep us from reaching our goals. It's sort of just a fact of life. But let me share a little secret. Whether or not someone is hating on you, the haters are the ones who are actually watching. See, with YouTube, we'll just put it into YouTube terms, right? You have the fans who absolutely love you and they'll watch all your videos and they leave sweet comments and, they just love on you, right? And then you have the haters. And the haters are there and they'll leave nasty comments and they'll be rude and say, oh, you look ugly today, or, they'll try and discourage you and make you quit. For whatever reason, they seem to get satisfaction out of this, right? But on YouTube, there's these things called views, and it's a little number, and it says how many people are watching, and that little view number doesn't tell you how many people like you and how many people hate you. What it tells you is that you have this many people watching. And so either way, the more views you get, the more, YouTube famous you become. So it's actually not a bad thing to have haters. they might not like you, but they're still watching. And they're still bumping up your numbers because they are jealous. They want to have what you have. A lot of times they gave up on their own dreams and now they want to make you fail as well. They are honestly probably the ones who watch you closest of all. And haters are the ones who make you famous. Because they're the ones who will constantly talk about you. And honestly, it's your job to prove them wrong. If you give up, then they win. So don't let them win. They don't deserve it. They won't understand, and not many people will, but knowing you didn't give up when it would have been so easy to do so is actually a really big reward on its own. Plus, seeing the look on someone's face when you do something they didn't believe you could do, that is probably one of the best things ever. So being able to say, oh yeah, watch me, and then actually follow through with it is one of the most satisfying things, honestly. Now, like I said, this sort of, oh yeah, watch me, used to get me in a bit of trouble. And one of the things that it did, I used to let this response be sort of like my little show-off response. The I can do anything, you can do better response to when people would say things. One of these specific instances was when I was about 9 or 10. My neighbor and I, we always played with the neighbor kids outside. So there's this tree in my front yard, and it's almost like it's got steps on it, and it's really cool. It's like this oak tree, and it's not like super old, but it's a really fun climbing tree. And there was this little part. It was like a little V at the end of like of one of the trunks of the tree. It's got like 4. So she had climbed up there, and then she told me that I couldn't get there. And I was like, oh yeah? Watch me. I can do anything you can do, right? So I tried to get up there, and I really hadn't been paying that much attention to when she'd climbed up there the first time. So I ended up not being able to get there. I got about halfway through climbing up there and was sort of suspended and lost my balance and fell straight onto my back. And it sucked a lot. It really hurt quite badly, especially to like a 9 or 10-year-old. You're like, oh no, I've just broken my back. I can't breathe because it knocked the wind out of me. It really terrified me. See, I let that response become a, oh yeah, I'm better than you, like a pride issue, more than a, this is what I've been told to do by God, like I'm going to do it and no one can stop me. I really let that response be a pride thing, and that's really not what I'm talking about when you go, oh yeah, watch me. Like, there is a certain amount of pride to it, but you honestly shouldn't make it a pride issue. See, I'm not talking about daring someone to do something, and then, someone daring you to do something, and then you say, and then them going, oh, well, never mind, you can't do it. Like, no, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about, like, them saying, oh, I bet you can't do this, and you going, oh yeah, watch me. Like, no, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about when you're in the process of doing something, like writing a book, or in the process of, working on building a YouTube channel or something like that, and someone goes, ha, you can't do that, you'll never make it. That's when you go, oh yeah, watch me. That's when you say, you use their sort of hate as fuel to get further in where you want to go. I'm talking about when you're in the process of doing something God is telling you to do. I'm talking about when you're in the process of something that God is telling you to do, and then haters show up and they start pooping all over your parade, telling you that you can't do the thing that you know you should do and you know you can do, and using their hate as fuel to go a little bit further, to work a little bit harder, to make sure you actually get done what you're being told to do, instead of quitting halfway through a process you know you should be working on. Using it to give you that much more of a spark, even when it feels like everyone else is against you. That's what the motto of, oh yeah, watch me, is all about. See, it's more of a, I'm doing this thing and you're not going to be able to stop me, not a, I can do anything, you can do better. That's not what I'm talking about at all. This is how you deal with haters. When a hater pops up, you can listen to them, or you can use that. And know that every successful person has had haters in their life. And if you're going to be successful, that's not going to change for you. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this has sort of helped you to remember that even if there are negative people in your life, and even if there are haters, hating on you, you don't have to be discouraged by them, and you can look on the bright side of, the issue, and know that every person who has ever been a success had haters in their life, and to not let them discourage you. Today's video has been a part of a series I'm doing where I'm uploading a video for every single day for 80 days. So if you want to see more and you want to see like specific updates on things like that, go follow my Instagram. It is Become the Light on Instagram. I'll sort of leave the name up there so you can go follow it, or you can copy and paste the name. It'll be down in the description as well, so just copy and paste it into your little Instagram search bar and come up and follow me there. I'll give like special updates and like little fun little like videos and things on my Instagram that are a lot smaller and don't particularly have a place on YouTube, I feel like. So yeah, go follow that. And if you want to see more of these, everyday videos, subscribe to me here, and that way you never miss any of the, encouraging topics that I'm going to be talking about throughout the next part of everything. Yeah. So I hope you guys have a great adventure today, and don't let your lights go out. Bye guys!